Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. This is part third of the Holy Quran, and we start with verse number 255. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة والكافرون هم الظالمون. So a couple of rules that I'd like to highlight here. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu anfiqu, noon sakin and tanween whenever they're followed by a non-harfi halkiya. In this case here, fa is non-harfi halkiya. Then we round the sound of noon and we don't pronounce the noon. It's the slight nasal sound. It's called idgham. أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل. رزقناكم, here the rule of qalqala is being applied here. رزقناكم, qaf, ta, ba, jim and dal, these 5 letters, whenever they have sukoon on top of them, we pronounce these letters with a jerk. The rule, it's called rule of qalqala. So we'll start with so these 2 rules should be good enough for revision. Let's start with the translation, word-to-word translation. Ya ayyuhalladhina. Ya ayyuha, O you. O ye, O you, alladhina, those who. Amanu, believed. They believed. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe. Anfiku, you spend. Anfiku, you spend. Mimma, from what? This is actually from 2 words, min and ma. Mimma, from what? Razaqnakum, we have provided you. Razaqnakum, we have provided you. O you who believe, spend from what we have provided for you. Min qabli an yatiya yawman. Min, this, qabli, before, min qabli, before this, anyatiya, that it comes to you. Anyatiya, it comes. Yawmun, day. La bay'un, there is no buying or selling. Bay'un, no buying or selling. Fihi, in it. Wala khullatun. Wala khullatun, wa and la, not khullatun, friendship, true and sincere friendship. O you who believe, spend in the way of spend from what we have provided for you. Before this, that the day comes where there will be no buying or selling in it, or nor friendship. Wala shafa'a, and no intercession. Wala shafa'a, and no intercession. Wal kafiruna, and the disbelievers. Humuz zalimun, whom they, azalimun, transgressors. It is the disbelievers in these things are the one who are transgressors or wrongdoers. Running translation would be verse number 255. O you who believe, spend out of what we have bestowed on you before the day comes, wherein there shall be no buying and selling, nor friendship, nor intercession. And it is those who disbelieve that do wrong to themselves. Next verse, also known as Ayatul Kursi. Allahu la ilaha illahu Al-Hayyul Qayyum La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. So one rule that I want to highlight here, that whenever a letter followed by alif or hamza, so the previous letter before alif would have a madda on it. So that's the rule of the Arabic language. It's just easier for you, if you don't know this rule, you understand this rule, it is easier for you to prolong, you know where to prolong it. So here in this case, Allahu la lam is followed by an alif, that's why it's prolonged. Give you another example here. I've seen quite a few examples. Yashfau in the who, because alif is next. In the who, alif is next, that's why who is prolonged. Ilmihi illa, again ha followed by alif, that's why we're prolonging it. In this case here, sha'a, sha'a, it's followed by the hamza here, or that's why it's prolonged. All right, so these are a few examples here that I want to. So la ikraha fi din, la followed by an alif. So this is the rule that you should keep in mind. That whenever this there is prolongation, when there is a letter followed by an alif or hamza, you prolong that letter. Okay, moving on to word translation of Ayatul Kursi. Allahu la ilaha. Allahu, Allah, la, not, ilaha, worthy of worship. Worthy of worship. La ilaha, Allahu la ilaha illahu. Illa, except, but, huwa, he. So there is no God who, beside Allah, there is none worthy of worship except Allah. So this is Al-Hayyu. Then there's two attributes of Allah that have been mentioned here. Al-Hayyu, the living. Al-Qayyum, self-subsisting. Remember, there is Shadda here. That's why we put an emphasis on Ya. Al-Qayyum. Al-Hayyul Qayyum. Al-Hayyu, the living. Al-Qayyum, self-subsisting and all-sustaining. Self-subsisting and all-sustaining. La, not, ta'khudhuhu, ta followed by alif, second. There will be a slight pause. Ta'khudhuhu, ta'khudhuhu. Make sure you pronounce alif, not ain. La ta'khudhuhu, it la, not, she seizes him. What seizes him not? Sinatun, slumber. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun, and slumber seizes him not. Slumber seizes him not. Wala naum, and not sleep. Wala naum, and not sleep. Lahu, for him. Ma fis samawati, ma what fis samawati, in the heavens. Wa ma fil arth, wa ma fil arth, and whatever's in the earth. Wa ma fil arth, and whatever's in the earth. Man, who, the one, who, man the one who, yashfa'u, intercedes. Yashfa'u, he intercedes. Man the yashfa'u, who is it that intercedes in the who, with him, before him, illa, except bi'idhnihi, with his permission. Bi'idhnihi, with his permission, or by his permission. Ya'lamu, Allah knows, he knows, ya'lamu, he knows, ma bayna aydihim, ma bayna aydihim, what is apparent, but in the meaning would be ma what, bayna, before, aydihim, his hands, meaning whatever is before, what is apparent. Wama khalfahum, and what is hidden or whatever is behind. Wama, and what, khalfahum, his behind. So what is apparent, whatever is hidden, Allah knows everything. Wala, not, yuhituna, they encompass. Wala yuhituna, and they do not encompass bishay'in, anything. Bishay'in, anything. Min ilmihi, min, from, ilmihi, his knowledge. Illa, except. Illa, except. Bima, with what? Sha'a, he willed. Bima sha'a, with what? He willed. Wasi'a. Wasi'a, he extended. Kursiyuhu, his throne. Kursiyuhu, his throne, his knowledge. As-samawati, the heavens. His throne, his knowledge encompasses, extends the heavens, wal ard, and the earth. Wal ard, Allah's knowledge, Allah's throne extends over the heavens and the earth. Wala, and not. Ya'uduhu, it burdens him. Wala ya'uduhu, and it burdens him not. Hifzuhuma, care of both. Hifzuhuma, care of both. Wahuwa, and he. Al-Aliyu, the high. Al-Azim, the great. Again, two more attributes have been mentioned here towards the end of Ayatul-Kursi. Al-Aliyu, the high. Al-Azim, the great. In the beginning, Allah the Almighty has mentioned two attributes of Ayatul-Kursi. Al-Hayyu, the living, and Al-Qayyum, the self-subsisting and sustaining. And at the end, here Allah the Almighty has ended Ayatul Kursi with two more attributes. Al-Aliyu, the high. Al-Azim, the great. And we'll be doing this running translation now. Allah, there is no God but He, the living, the self-subsisting, and all-sustaining. Slumber seizes him not, nor to him nor sleep. Slumber seizes him not, nor sleep. To him belongs whatsoever is in the heavens and whatsoever is in the earth. Who is he that will intercede with him except by his permission? He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and they encompass nothing of his knowledge except what he pleases. His knowledge extends over the heavens and the earth, and the care of them burdens him not, and he is the high, the great. Next verse. لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي فمن يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها والله سميع عليم. Just one important note here. Usually whenever there's a lam, we don't stop, but we stopped here because of this kif, which means to stop. That's why we stopped here. La ikraha fid din. It's a famous part of a verse which we often quote. La, no ikraha, compulsion, fid din, in religion. La ikraha fid din. There is no compulsion in religion. Qad tabayyana. Qad, surely. Tabayyana, it became distinct. Qad tabayyana, it became distinct. Ar-rushdu, the right. Ar-rushdu, the right. Min al-ghay, from the wrong. Qad tabayyana ar-rushdu min al-ghay, surely the right became distinct from the wrong. Faman yakfur bit-taghuti. Faman, so who? Yakfur, he refuses. He will refuse. Bit-taghuti, transgressors of. Transgressors of. وَيُؤْمِن بِاللَّهِ, and he believes in Allah. فَقَدْ اسْتَمْسَكَ بِالْعُرْوَةِ الْوَثْقَى. فَقَدِ, then surely, istamsaka, he grasped. Istamsaka, he grasped. Bil-urwati, with handle. Bil-urwati, with handle. Al-wuthqa, strong. Al-wuthqa, strong. Urwati al-wuthqa, with a strong handle. La infisam laha, la, not. Al-infisam, breaking. It does not break. Laha, for it. Wallahu, and Allah, Sami'un, all hearing, Alim, all knowing. Running translation would be, there should be no compulsion in religion. Surely, right has become distinct from wrong. So whosoever refuses to be led by those who transgress and believes in Allah has surely grasped a strong handle, which knows no breaking, and Allah is all hearing and all knowing. Another two attributes have been mentioned. As I indicated, first we started off with in Ayatul Kursi, Al-Hayyu, Al-Qayyum, then Al-Aliyu, Azim, two more attributes, and here now Sami'un Alim, which means all hearing, all knowing. Next, last verse of perhaps today. Yes, last verse of today. Allahu waliyyul ladhina amanu yukhrijuhum minaz zulumati ilan nur والذين كفروا أولياؤهم الطاغوت يخرجونهم من النور إلى الظلمات أولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون. Here I'd just like to highlight من الظلمات. Often people make mistake here. Zwad, this zulumat has Dhamma on it, so make sure we pronounce it. Zulumat. At-Taghut, Again here, ila zulumat. Ila zulumat. Allah, Allah, waliyul ladhina amanu. It's friend of those who believe. Allahu waliyul ladhina amanu. Allah is friend of those who believe. Yukhrijuhum. Yukhrijuhum. He brings them out. Minaz zulumati, from the darkness. From the darkness. Ila nur, towards the light. Ila nur, towards the light. Walladina, and those who. Walladina, and those who. Kafaru, disbelieve. Walladina kafaru, and those who disbelieve. Awliya'uhum at-taghut. Awliya, friends whom they're at-taghut, the transgressors. They are the friends of the transgressors. Yukhrijunahum. They bring them out. Minan nuri, from the light. Ila zulumat, towards the darkness. Ulaika, these are ashabun nari, fire, ashabu, inmates, an-nari, of the fire. Ashabun nari, the inmates of the fire. Hum fiha, whom they, fiha, in it, khalidun, shall abide. Running translation. And Allah is all hearing, Allah is the friend of those who believe. He brings them out of every kind of darkness into light. And those who disbelieve, their friends are the transgressors, who bring them out of light into every kind of darkness. These are the inmates of the fire. Therein shall they abide. Jazakallah, thank you so much again for tuning in. Inshallah, we'll join again next class starting from Ruku number 3, verse number 259. Jazakumullahu ta'ala sanjaza. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim innaka hamidun majid.